question is that the bill be now read a second time. Mr. Lewis Ng.
Madam, this bill will help streamline the reporting and registration of births and deaths in Singapore. This is important because the reporting and registration of births and deaths is not just a bureaucratic process of record keeping, but the registration of a birth and death can have far-reaching legal and social implications for the individuals. I have 3 points to make on the registration of births. My first point is on birth with insufficient particulars. Under the new Section 9(2), the Registrar General may register a child's birth based on incomplete particulars if the birth is capable of being registered on the basis of the incomplete particulars. Under Section 9(3), the Registrar General may also register a birth without a name for the child. In such cases, a responsible person for the child must apply to register the name of the child within 7 years of the birth. However, 7 years is a very long time for a child not to have a registered name. Will MHA consider shortening this time frame? The Registrar General has broad powers to obtain information under the new Section 42(1). While the bill places obligations on responsible persons for the registration of births, can Minister clarify whether the Registrar General or ICA will take a proactive approach in following up with the responsible persons in such cases of incomplete particulars or missing names? Taking a proactive approach where the responsible person are unable or unwilling to meet their obligation is important, as proper registration may have implications on the child who does not have any power over the registration process. My second point is on the support to children who are stateless by being born in Singapore to non-citizen parents who did not or could not obtain citizenship for their children from their home countries. Minister Shanmugam shared in February this year that as of 30th November 2020, there were 1,109 stateless people living in Singapore. Of this number, about 3/4 are Singapore permanent residents of PRs. I understand that ICA evaluates every application for PR or citizenship on a range of criteria and the applicant's circumstances. Can Minister share if ICA informs other ministries, in particular MSF, of children registered at birth as stateless to ensure that these children do not fall through the gaps in social and educational support? I appreciate that citizenship has to be granted based on careful assessment of a range of factors. I also appreciate that some degree of social and educational support is already extended to stateless children with PR status. However, stateless children and their families have to jump through additional bureaucratic hoops in order to obtain social and educational support. Even where citizenship cannot be immediately granted, can the ICA work together with other ministries to make it easier for stateless children to obtain the necessary support, or even to proactively reach out to this group who may be more vulnerable without the guarantees and protection of citizenship? My third point is about children born to single unwed mothers. These are children who do not have a father named on their birth certificate or who have a father named on the birth certificate who is not married to the mother. In November 2018, MSF shared that the median incomes of single unwed parents below 35 years old was in the range of $500 to $700 from the years 2013 to 2017. Can Minister share whether ICA informs MSF when a birth is registered without a father or with a father who is not married to the mother, so that appropriate support, when needed, can be offered to the mothers right from the start? For instance, ACDA works with the Social Services Office, family service centres and hospitals to reach out to pregnant mothers and families who can benefit from Kids Start. I understand from some single unwed mothers that social workers have approached the mothers at the hospital to provide support. Can Minister share if there is a system of informing MSF of all children who are again born to single unwed mothers, whether in hospitals or otherwise, so that MSF can look into extending the necessary support to the families? Madam, notwithstanding these clarifications, I stand in support of the bill.